Friends, I welcome you to this video lecture on the topic identification of OERs. I am Ajit Kumar from School of Education, IGNOU. I hope you had discussed about the concept of OERs in some of the videos and the text material. So I hope you have already understanding about what an OER is about, Open Educational Resource. I would just like to recap the concept of OER. Then I will be discussing about how you can identify OER from the internet or World Wide Web. So this is how the structure of this lecture is going to be. I'll be taking the first few minutes to discuss the concept of OER. Then I'll be directly jumping on to the identification of OER. So just to recap the definition of OER, Open Educational Resources, I would say the definition says they are any educational resources including curriculum apps, course materials, textbooks, streaming videos, multimedia applications, podcasts, and any other materials that have been designed for the use in teaching and learning. So this much is in the inverted bracket. I mean, like, describes any educational resources, and the educational resources include all these and that are openly available for use by educators and students without an accompanying need to pay royalties or license fees. This is the definition of Commonwealth of Learning. I would also quote another definition which was given by Open Commons. They says they are the open educational resources are teaching and learning materials that are freely available online for anyone to use, whether you are an instructor, student or self-learner. Then OER can exist as smaller standalone resources that can be mixed and combined to form larger pieces of content, or as larger course modules or full courses. So friends, these are two definitions. And when we discuss about the OER, I would say in simple terms we can say that they are digital teaching learning resources which are available on the internet, and they are free to use without taking any permission, or they are not restricted by that way to use. And what happens, you think of a situation, if as a teacher I want to use the video which is available in the YouTube, for example, or as a teacher if I want to take a text material which is available in the internet somewhere in any journal or any open book or any open access journal. So in all those cases, as a teacher, the ethical practice is I have to take the permission of the creator of that particular video program or text material. I have to definitely take, otherwise this is going to create problem, and it is like stealing the material of somebody else. So this is not absolutely not a good practice, and this is also not permitted that way. This is also not ethical to use somebody else's creation or others' creation without taking this permission. So to get rid of such complications, then with the impact of open education movement or open courseware movement, we can call it in any name, people started making digital teaching learning resources freely available to the public. So that way this term was coined, the open education resources. And as the name suggests, as the name indicates, they are open educational resources. By open, it means it is openly available in the internet, and you can absolutely take such resources, digital teaching learning resources, and of course you can use it in your teaching learning process, or you can use it for any teaching learning purposes, and you don't have to take the permission of the creator. Then one thing is how you will identify, how you will make sure that they are open educational resources, because in internet there are millions crores of digital teaching learning resources. How you will make sure that they are open educational resources? So the thing which makes distinct this open educational resource, or the point that you can see and make sure that this is an open education resources, is by looking at the license attached to open educational resources. So friends, all the open educational resources, whether it is a text material, open book, or image or video, all such digital teaching learning resources will have a license attached to it. And that license, or the license which are attached to open education resources, are there can have many licenses, but the most popular license which are attached to open education resources are given by the Creative Commons company. So this organization, the Creative Commons, they have given 6 types of licenses, and these licenses are attached to the open education resources. For example, if I am developing an image, I will be attaching any of those 6 licenses to my image, then that is an open education resource. If I am developing a video program, I will be attaching any of those licenses to my video program. If I am developing a text material, again I will be doing the same. So maybe as you see in the video in the slide, these are the 6 licenses which we call as the Creative Commons licenses. I hope you had lecture on these licenses. The first one is attribution, CC BY, attribution share alike is there, CC BY SA, attribution no derivatives, CC BY ND, then it goes on. So these are the 6 licenses. The first license, attribution CC BY, which means those OERs which are having this license, the CC BY license, these materials can be used by anyone. Only thing is that you have to give credit to the owner or the creator of that particular OER. For example, I have developed an image, then I'll be attaching CC BY license to that material. And a colleague of mine, if he wants to use the same image, if he wants to use this image, you don't have to take permission of mine. You don't have to take permission from, because I have already attached the CC BY license. But when he uses this image, he has to give credit. He has to acknowledge me. He has to somewhere point out that this is the creation of somebody else. So that way he is acknowledging my work. He is giving credit to my work, which means that he has not created that particular image, but somebody else has created that image. So friends, similarly there are many licenses. I hope you had lecture on these licenses. So what I am trying to say is open educational resources will have a license attached to it, and the most popular license is given by the Creative Commons license, and they are 6 in number. Now our point of concern is how you will find OERs. We have discussed the concept of OER. They are nothing but their digital teaching learning resources, and it can be of anything, like as I said, it can be image, text material, video, a full course, a part course, a module, it can be anything. And where we will get as a teacher, this is our concern. I mean, like if I want to get an OER for which is suitable for my teaching learning purpose, or if I want to get a video which is suitable for my teaching learning purpose, I can of course go for OERs, because maybe sometimes all the teachers are not techno-friendly or will be technically sound enough to develop video programs. So in that case, they can take the materials which are existing in the internet, and especially the open education resources available in the internet. So as a teacher, if I want to get the text which is related to my teaching learning content, or any image or any video program, I have to go to the internet and see for the open education resources. Maybe this is one of the very easiest method of identifying OER. The OER content sites, or we call it as databases or OER repositories, The second is open textbook. You can search for open textbook. The third is open access journals. You can make use of open access journals. Then the most popular, the normal kind of search engines you can use, like Google search, they are search engines. Then the fifth is open courseware. You can make use of open courseware. Then the sixth is open image, audio, video website. Image website you can make use of, audio website you can make use of, video website you can make use of. So these are, in general, these are the ways or the places or websites where open educational resources are available. I'll be discussing these points in brief. The first strategy or the first place where the OERs are available there, as I said, they are the databases or OER content websites. As you see in the slide, I would I would point out something like Creative Commons is their directory of open educational resources, then Discover It, then Computer Science Open Educational Resources, then TIMOA. So friends, these are some of the websites. They are the specific websites, or we can say databases or OER repositories where open education resources are available. So you don't have to take the risk of searching the Google search engine, or you don't have to take the risk of Google search engine to locate the OERs. You can directly, if you know this website address, as you see in the slide, as you see in the screen, you simply type this website address and reach that website and where open education resources will be available. I'll be just talking about a little more about the Creative Commons, which is a very good OER website or OER repository where many open education resources are available. When you visit the Creative Commons website, this is how it is going to look like. This is the home page of the Creative Commons Creative Commons. As you see in the slide, you can see screen. As you see in the screen, you can see on the top, you can see share your work, use and remix. What we do, there are a couple of options. So if you are developing any open education resource, for example, I have developed an image, and if it is a OER, I can share that image to this website, Creative Commons. So this is for that, the share your work. Of course, use and remix is also there. You can get the material available in the Creative Commons website. You can use that for your teaching learning purpose. If you want to remix, if you want to edit or modify the material which are available in the Creative Commons, you can of course do that. So for that, you have to click on this use and remix. Then as you see in the screen again, this Creative Commons website, they are partnered with many of the repositories or websites like Flickr, then Wikipedia, YouTube, etc. So when you visit the Creative Commons website, you will also get the services of these websites which are having partnership with the website which you see in the screen. So if you want to get the image OERs, of course you can go with the Flickr. If you want to get OER videos, you can make use of the services of YouTube. So they are in touch with, they are connected with these repositories also, the Creative Commons. Now as you see in the screen, this is how you will look like. You will get number of options, number of various subjects. You click on the desired subject, then you can get the OER which are related to that particular subject. For example, if you want to get the OER which are related to physics, you can select the column which is related to physics. Then of course you will get the materials which are OER related to. So friends, we have talked about how you can use the Creative Commons website for identifying OER. As I said in the beginning, there are many websites which you can use where the OERs are available. Now I'll be talking about some other OER repositories. These OER repositories also you can use, where you will find many OER materials of different format, like text are available, videos available, images are available. So the teaching learning resources which are digital in form are also available in OER repositories, like as you see in the screen: Common Spaces, Connections, CTE Online, then IOER, OER, Mira Finder, then Merlot, Oasis, OER Commons, then Voice Online. So friends, there are many OER dedicated OER specific repositories. These repositories also you can use, which will help you to locate and identify OERs of different formats. Now I'll be giving the OER repositories, maybe some of the OER repositories which are developed by our Indian government. One of the repositories, which was an initiative of the NCERT, and that repository is known as NROER. So the teaching learning resources, the digital teaching learning resources which are related to school education, like the text, then videos, then audio programs, such programs which are related to school education, all those resources are available in the NROER repository. Similarly, for higher education and school education, the Swayamprabha website can also be accessed. This is also it's not completely an OER repository, but materials are also available. Digital teaching learning resources are also available in Swayamprabha, which is open to all. Of course, anyone who is there in the school education, higher education, they can of course make use of the videos available in the Swayamprabha website. This is a TV channel basically, but the videos are also available in the Swayamprabha website. Then there is something called the National Digital Library. Many text materials, audio materials, video materials are also available in the National Digital Library of India. This is also an initiative of the Government of India. Then the NPTEL website, many digital teaching learning resources are also available in the NPTEL website. Then there is an initiative of the Indira Gandhi National Open University, IGNOU, and this is named as eGyan-Ghosh. As I said, like Swayamprabha and all, eGyan-Ghosh is also not completely OER, but they are open to all. There anyone who is anyone who wishes to access the text materials or video or audio programs which are available in the eGyan-Ghosh repository, absolutely there they can do that. They can access the materials which are available in the eGyan-Ghosh website. So this is an initiative of the Indira Gandhi National Open University. So friends, these are some of the Indian initiatives which are not completely OER, but many of these websites are freely accessible to the public and stakeholders. Of course, you can also make use of these services. Now, I would just give an understanding about the OER text materials, OER text materials, how you will make use of the search engines basically. So search engines is another method of identifying the OER. Of course, we have the OER dedicated repositories as I have discussed. Otherwise, if you are finding it difficult with OER repositories, you can make use of the search engines like Google. You can use Google search engine, then Yahoo search engine, then Bing, any search engine, of course, you can make use of. You have to take the struggle of searching all the time for OERs. But there are some settings which you can do in the Google search engine which will help you to easily identify the open education resources which are in text form. Of course, the Google search can be used for identifying the OERs which are in image form, and the YouTube repository also you can make use of. That I will discuss a little later. So how you will locate OERs which are in text form using the Google search engine? For that you have to come to the Google search engine. As you see in the screen, this is the place where you will end up. You will find the search column. You will type the keyword here, then you will enter the your search. After typing, then the Open Culture, then OpenStax, Open Sunny, and there are many such open textbook where the open education resources are available. Now I would like to give a brief information about the OERs which are in image form, which are in audio form and in video form. The open educational resources which are in image form, they are available in Pixabay, Google Image, Pexels, Flickr, etc. So these are some of the websites which will help you to take images without any permission. Of course, it's always good to quote or give acknowledgement or give credit to the creator, but of course you are free to take images from these websites like Pixabay, Google Image, Pexels and Flickr, etc. I would now like to discuss about the websites or facilities where audio type open education resources are available. To quote few, the Internet Archive Music, Free Music Archives, Bandcamp, Free Sound. These are some of the websites where you don't have to take the trouble of taking permission, but instead you can make use of the audios which are available in such websites. And when you are developing any audio program for your teaching learning purpose, or when you are developing any video program, and if you want to give a background music, you can of course take music from these websites and that can be added to your video program. So friends, these are some of the websites where audio open education resources are available. Now I would like to give a brief about the video OERs. The first one, as you are all aware, YouTube is one of the major OER repository where OER videos are available. In YouTube you can see two types of video programs. One is the videos which are YouTube licensed, they have their own license, but at the same time you can also see videos which are Creative Commons licensed. So friends, in YouTube also there are video programs which are OERs. So YouTube is one of such OER repository where video OERs are available. Then the Open Video Project, Internet Archives Movies, TeacherTube. These are few other websites or OER repositories where videos in OER format are available. So friends, in today's video we have extensively discussed about open education resources. I had given a small understanding about the concept of OER, then the different ways of locating open education resources. Of course, as a teacher, both in conventional and open distance learning, you are free to use these open education resources which are available in the internet. Only thing is that when you are taking any such OERs, you have to be very careful about the license attached to open education resources, and depending upon the license you can revise it, adapt it, revise it, remix it and redistribute such open education resources. So make use of such open education resources and adapt such open education resources to suit your local needs. This is how open education resources are located and used in the teaching learning process. I hope you have understood the concepts that we have discussed in this video lecture, and I hope you will be making use of open education resources in your teaching learning process. Thank you for listening this lecture. Thank you.